Welcome back to Live with Lori. Today, Lori's making pork chops with State Representative Tom Goodson as they talk about what it's like joining the Florida legislature.
Hi, and welcome back to Live with Lori. Today we're here with Representative Goodson, and we are stuffing these pork chops. I've already stuffed a couple. We've got provolone cheese and some prosciutto that's chopped very finely. Now, I've already stuffed this one, and I'm going to show you how to twine this one because I'm going to let you do the next one. All right? We're tying these up so that all the good stuff doesn't fall out. So we're just taking it and then we're crossing it in the back, and then you just tie it up.
I think I've got that figured out, but I just don't know where the feet are because I'm more accustomed to tying pork up with the feet.
I was going to say, yeah, you used to.
The wild hogs, not this fine.
Tying a hog,
Not this fine pork chop.
And then you're just going to push it in these crumbs. Now this is just a sleeve of butter crackers that I put some rosemary and some black pepper in. It's nothing fancy, but it will make a really good crust. Okay, so just go right ahead. It's all you.
All right. The provolone first. All right.
Just shove it right in there. Push it all the way down. Now I've cut these pork tenderloin to make a pocket in them. Don't cut them all the way through because if you do, all your stuff's going to fall out. Now while you're doing that, I'm going to ask you, how does it feel to be the new guy in Tallahassee?
Well, considering there was 38 of us in the freshman class, as I looked around and saw them, could be considered quite intimidating, not so much. What I found interesting is that quite a few young ones. When I say young, I'm 61. Some are in their 20s, late 20s, mid 20s, and so that being said, Lori, I'm not sure I know how to tie this.
That's okay. We can fix it.
Other than that, Lori, it was good. They almost need to give you a book to understand the game, to understand the rules. So it takes time, and I made it through the first year without setting off too many bombs.
Is it hard getting used to being up there, or hard to get used to the way things were, getting things done? Is it harder than you thought it was going to be?
It was totally different than I ever expected.
Really?
I didn't, I went there with some sort of vision of trying to help Florida. Did I? I'm not sure. But, it's all about working and building a coalition with people, because you need their help, but yet you got to be sensitive of their concerns. Because if you could set off a landmine in a heartbeat.
Okay, well, we're going to set this in the oven at 375 for about 40 minutes or so. You don't want to overcook it, and we're just going to let that cook. And we are going to move on to the sweet potato gratin. You have applesauce with pork chops, so we're going to just kind of cook it up a notch. Okay, we've got 4 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to dump that right in there. Now, this is just the same pan that we used for the sweet potatoes. We're going to dump in half a cup of brown sugar, and we've got about a teaspoon of cinnamon and about a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. Now, this is what makes it really good. I've got about 20 to 25 dried plums, and we're going to pour some liquor on them.
Oh.
It's apple brandy. It's called Cavados. And we're just going to do this until they're covered, and we're going to let those soak for a little while. If you'll stir that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm going to slice these apples. I got 1 apple that we're just going to slice, and we're just going to, not really cook it through. We're just going to just wilt it a little bit. Now, we talked about you have a business. How is your business, work when?
I actually am very fortunate. I have Goodson Paving, WWG Asphalt, and Renegade Utilities. So therefore, that all being said, very fortunate that my son is able to and doing very well at running it. And of course, I'm back and forth from Tallahassee, and I check on it. I like to go up there, and I still like to work. So I have the best of both worlds. I'm at a point in my life I can afford to be in Tallahassee to represent the people. If I don't have faith in them by now, the key people in my businesses, then I have lost all reality. So I do trust them. They do a wonderful job.
Okay. Well, what I'm doing now is I'm just going to pour this liquor right in here. And as you can see, I've spread about half the sweet potatoes on here, and then I'm just going to put these right in here like this. I bet you never had a dish like this.
No, ma'am. My mother or grandmother, no.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if we're going to drain this and drink this or what.
Yeah, well, we're going to put it in here. Stay with us, because when we come back, we're going to finish up this gratin, and we're going to see if Tom Goodson knows how to pave the way to a better economy.
What are Tom's thoughts about the economy and education? Stay tuned. His answers are coming up next.